Hi everybody, Jesper Grip here for CRYTIVO.com, and today I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a dissolve technique like this one. We're going to make this girl disappear up in the air basically. There's several different ways you can do this, but this is one I find quite easy and good looking. So let's get right into it. I already pre-masked our girl here, so we have her pre-masked, so we don't have to go through that. I'm then just going to go to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertically. Sorry, not vertically. I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Horizontally. So we just flip it over. I am then going to bring in our little dark sky here. This is the one I've been using. And then I like to have it around here, something like that. I am then going to just drag in the cliff. This is also pre-masked. I do this just so we can get a little bit faster on the tutorials, so we don't bring it too long for you guys. Now we then have our girl here. She's in the back here. I'm gonna pull her back, and we have the cliff. I'm then going to just resize her a bit so she fits the cliff a little better, and I'm going to bring her on top of the cliff also because I want it to be on top like that. And then we just gonna keep her like that. I'm gonna bring the cliff a little bit back. I don't want it to be too big, and I want her to, like, you know, jump off the cliff basically and then get sucked up in the air, if you say it like that. Like that. I want her to be in the focus, so we're gonna keep her there. I'm then going to just take a brush, and I am going to get down here, and I'm going to take paint splatter brushes, and I'm then going to just start off with, you know, starting painting her in with these. This is a quite long process. You have to just, you know, find the brushes you like, resize them, go over her, and then, you know, you just repeat this process all the time. Like, so I'm gonna just work around her like this, and this is just the first stage of this. So we're gonna use these brushes a lot more. Let's see here. We just try to keep her. Yeah, we try to make the effect look like she's dissolving, you know, like trying to think about like what would dissolve first. Like the furthest away from her will dissolve first, and then it will dissolve less and less as we get closer. So I'm going to take a small brush here, and I'm going to work around these edges. I want them to dissolve more, like that, something like that. That could work. I'm then just going to take a new layer. We can actually take a little here also, like that. And then I take a new layer. I will take one of my paint brushes, and we will zoom in a little bit. We want to take colors from her now. So I'm going to take this skin color. I am going to put it around there. I'm going to scale it down a little bit. We don't want it to be too big. I am going to take another brush. I'm going to take a white here. I'm going to select another brush actually. I'm going to bring this down, not that one either. This is just like what you feel that you want to use basically. Gonna take this, gonna bring it out a little bit. Remember to take these colors from inside also and bring them out, because if she was dissolving, these colors would, you know, they would fly out from her, and they would start mixing in with the other colors. So something like this. I'm going to take also a little bit of her foot here, and I'm going to make a new layer, put it down below. I'm going to keep working here. I'm gonna take another brush. This one is pretty good for this. I'm still on the bottom layer now, so you don't get confused. And we want it to be a little bit more splatter here. Let's see here. Just keep on pressing Alt and then clicking as you will then pick up her colors. And I'm going back on the top layer. I want a bit of her foot here to kind of explode out. I'm going to take a little bit of her hand here also, explode that. And I'm going to the bottom layer again. I'm taking off that hand actually and putting it on the bottom layer instead. I think that's better, like that. And then I'm going to the top layer. I'm gonna make this even smaller, and I'm actually even gonna switch brush here to this one, and we just make sure that we get a little bit of effect there. And I'm going to take that. I'm going to smear this down a little bit like that, but I don't like that really that much. This one is better. And we're going to scale it down. This is all about what you find looks best for your image. And it's just basically trial and error. Make sure to change sizes though all the time. If you do that, it will bring your image really together. I am going to just search for a little one here I know that I like. Let's see if it's that one. Nope, it's not that one. Was it that one? No, it wasn't that one either. Yep, here we have it. And I'm just gonna take a really, bright white, and I'm going to make her dress, explode. We want the dress to look like it's still a dress, so we want it to explode a little bit more than the body. I am also going to go in a little bit closer, take a bit of her really dark body color here, and I'm going to bring the brush down, and I want to like explode her body out here. I'm gonna take a little brighter and a little darker, and we take this on top like that, and a brighter like that. We want to show that her body is still here, but it's getting exploded away as well. So there we go. And then, as many people always forget, is that there's still a body down here, so we want to also make the body a bit explode. So we take her hair here, we put it on the bottom layer, and we explode her hair out a little bit. And then we take her dress here in the back, we explode the dress out a little bit. I'm gonna switch the brush then to this one, making it a little bit bigger. As I say, this is all about trial and error. What you find looks best for your image. And it's kind of a tricky thing to, get right, but when you do get it right, it's really awesome. See here, we keep on like that. We take a little bit of a foot here and we explode that out. And we take a little bit of our arm, explode that out, a little bit of our arm, explode that out. And here we have starting to get a really good result. So yes, I'm going to actually go back here, just take a little bit of this big brush again, that one that I like, and I'm actually going to take a little bit of this dark one and I'll put it on the back layer like that, so we get a little bit more splatter effect out there. And that's pretty much satisfying me. So now I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the trick. We want this also to get the really effect where it pops out. We want to pop it out. We need to then make her cast a little bit of lighting. So what we're gonna do, we make a new layer, go to filter, change this to black first and all, and then filter, render, clouds. And we just keep on doing clouds until you find one you might like, and that one I like. You then go to image adjustment, and we take threshold. Sorry, not posterize, I misclicked. We take threshold. There we have it, and we just go, okay, that looks good. And bringing back that tool, and then we go to select, filter, sorry, and then we go to blur, and we take a radial blur. We go to zoom, and we want this one to come from the girl, so we're gonna make it like that, and we're going to go pretty much amount, like max it out pretty much, and then we just go okay. And as you see now, we have this effect. You then just you can go to screen, for example, for a really bright light, or you could go for a soft light if you just want a little bit. And then what you do is just mask it out. So we take the mask tool, we just go up to a normal brush, and then we just delete the areas we don't want. And we don't want it to come from anywhere beside her body, so like that. And now we have her really, exploding. If we go to screen, it's gonna explode even more, and we can then just lower the opacity down like this. And this is a good way to get her to, look really exploding. And to give this another really good effect is that we could just do another one for sky, and then just go to filter again, render, clouds, and there we go. and then we just go to image adjustment threshold and go filter blur radial blur, and I'm going to bring this all the way up to the top there, so we're gonna get really long strokes, and then to soft light. And now we have a sky that actually casts the light as well, but it's gonna be quite bright, so we're gonna lower that down a little bit like that, and we're going to go to soft light for this one again, like that. So now we have like two kind of lights. We can also go to this one, and we actually could change the color a little bit for it to, you know, get a more of a sky feeling to the color. It's white, sorry. Sometimes even the best can be a pretty idiots. Like that. We can just then go to, you know, whatever color we want, maybe a little bit dark bluish, or maybe go for a little bit more warm color, like maybe light yellowish, greenish, something like that maybe. And then just lower the opacity down. Actually, we're gonna lower the color opacity also, like that, and opacity up, like that. Now we have a little bit more of you know, a little bit more of a effect in the image. And then after that, we'll just do like, you know, the normal basic, you know, you want to change your curves a little bit. You want to go for maybe a little bit of exposure change. But I'm not really sure we're gonna have exposure change for this one. But we going to probably have a little bit of a color balance. You know, change it a little bit to the blue lighting. You know, we want a little bit blue, give a little more dramatic effect. And we also want to probably maybe change the levels a little bit. I want it to melt together a little bit, so we're gonna keep it like that, I'm pretty sure. And we could, you know, hue saturation and bring the saturation down a little bit, and bring the hue to around there, I would say, and saturation a little bit more, like that. And that's a pretty good image, to be honest. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Like, if you find this tutorial useful, then please make sure to subscribe to us on CRYTIVO.com, and also visit our homepage. And if you guys give me enough likes on this image, I will make sure to bring you more tutorials like this. So thank you, guys. See you around.